We think getting dressed changes how people see us. Sometimes it changes how we see ourselves first. I don't think you eat your clothes. I don't even think your problem is that you have nothing to wear. Because if I came into your house right now and opened your wardrobe, we'll probably find more than enough clothes. The problem is when you put them on, they don't feel like you. So you change, then you change again. Now let me tell you what I think is really happening. I think you didn't stop caring about style. You've just been putting yourself last for so long that you don't even notice you're doing it anymore. Everything else comes first. I mean, work, the kids, your partner, your family, your responsibilities, your bills, school. Everybody gets a version of you that has your time and attention. Then when it's finally your turn, you settle. I'll just wear this. It's fine. I'm only going to work. I'm just stepping out quickly. Or you say it's not that deep. Until one day looking just fine becomes your normal. Not because that's who you are, but because somewhere along the way you stopped believing you were worth the extra 5 minutes. And I don't think that starts in your wardrobe. I think it starts long before that. Your wardrobe is just where it naturally shows up. Because here's something I don't think we realize. The way you get dressed today is usually a reflection of the conversations you've been having with yourself for months. Think about it. You don't wake up one random Tuesday and suddenly stop caring. It happens little by little. You rush out one morning because you're late. The next morning, you tell yourself it's just work. A few weeks later, you stop wearing your jewelry because what's the point? Then your nice bag stays in its dust bag. Your favorite perfume becomes too expensive for an ordinary day. You stop doing your hair as often. You stop tucking in your shirt. Not because you consciously decided to. It just happened. Almost like you've been slowly negotiating with yourself. Negotiating yourself down. You keep lowering the standard. It's fine. No one cares. It's not a big deal. Until one day, the woman who used to notice the little things doesn't notice them anymore. And that's the scary part. Not that you've changed, but because that you didn't even notice you were changing. You know what else I find interesting? We always think confidence changes the way we dress, but I think it works the other way around too. Because imagine two versions of your morning now. The first one, you wake up already tired, so you throw on whatever is closest. You don't even look in the mirror properly. You just leave the house feeling neutral. Nothing terrible, nothing exciting either. Now imagine the second one. Same job, same salary, same responsibilities. Nothing in your life has changed except that you actually paused. You wore the trousers that fit really well. You wore the earrings you've been saving. You wore the lipstick. Not because anyone was going to notice, but because you noticed. Now tell me those two women walked into a room the same way. No, they don't. And it's not because one outfit was more expensive. It's because one woman reminded herself that she mattered before the world even had the chance to tell her otherwise. That's the part we miss. We think getting dressed changes how people see us. Sometimes it changes how we see ourselves first. And that changes everything because the version of you that keeps saying, I'll wait, doesn't just wait to wear the dress. She waits to apply for the job. She waits to take the picture. She waits to go on the date. She waits to start the YouTube channel. She waits until she feels ready, until she feels prettier, until she's lost the weight, until life looks a certain way. The waiting doesn't stop at your wardrobe. Your wardrobe was just the first place it became visible. So maybe this isn't the season to buy another pair of trousers. Maybe it's the season to stop asking yourself for permission. Because if you've spent the last years waiting until life feels settled, until you've lost the weight, until work's become less stressful, until you feel more confident, I have to ask, how much of your life have you already missed while you were waiting to become the woman you already are? Because here's the thing, the version of you you're waiting for, she isn't going to just wake up one random Monday and magically appear. She's built in moments. She's built in decisions. She's built the day you decide, I'm wearing the dress. She's built the day you stop saying, this will do. She's built the day you stop looking after yourself like it's something you have to earn. I think that's where style actually begins. Not in a shopping mall, not on Pinterest, not in a styling course. It begins the moment you stop seeing yourself as someone who's not there yet. Because if you keep dressing for the woman you are hoping to become, you'll never get to enjoy being the woman you already are. And maybe that's why your wardrobe has felt so disconnected. It's been full of clothes, but empty of you. So tomorrow morning, don't ask yourself, what should I wear? Ask yourself, what would choosing myself look like today? Maybe it's wearing the earrings you've been saving. Maybe it's finally wearing the dress that's been hanging in your wardrobe waiting for an occasion. Maybe it's adding the color you've convinced yourself is too much. Or maybe it's simply taking extra 5 minutes for yourself without feeling guilty about it. Because I don't think your wardrobe has been asking for more clothes. I think it's been asking for you. And I hope the next time you open those wardrobe doors, you don't just see clothes. I hope you see an opportunity, to stop putting your life on hold, to stop dressing like you're waiting for permission, and to finally show up for the one person who has to live your life every single day. You. Now, as your internet intentional sister that I am, yeah, I permit myself to say this to you, and I hope you receive it the way it's intended, with love, not judgment. Not because I think you're doing life wrong, but because I don't think you've noticed what you've been doing to yourself. You've been giving everybody else the best version of you while convincing yourself that whatever was left was enough for you. And that's a dangerous place to live, because if you settle for good enough in your wardrobe long enough, you'll eventually start settling for good enough in the way you speak up, the opportunities you go after, the relationship you stay in, the dreams you keep postponing. You spend an hour helping someone else get ready. You remember birthdays, deadlines, meetings, school runs, opportunities, appointments. You show up, you point to other people. You make sure everyone else feels seen. But when it's your turn, 5 minutes suddenly feels like too much. 5 minutes to do your own hair, 5 minutes to wear the earrings, 5 minutes to choose the outfit you actually wanted to wear. Somehow you're always the person that gets rushed. And I need you to sit with that, because it's not that you don't have 5 minutes. It's that somewhere along the way you stopped believing you were worth 5 minutes. Now, if this makes you uncomfortable, good. Not because I want you to feel guilty, no, but because comfort has been letting you get away with abandoning yourself far too long. So tomorrow morning, pay attention. Pay attention to how quickly you reach for safe options. Pay attention to how easily you say this will do. Pay attention to the little negotiations you make with yourself before your day has even started. Because see, those aren't just wardrobe decisions. They are identity decisions. Every single day, you're teaching yourself what you believe you deserve. Not with your words, with your choices. And I hope you got the message. Take good care of yourself now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.